Oh, I'll wait before I start. Let some people get on this live stream before I start. See what some of y'all think about this. Some of these coaching changes that might be going on. And wait on some people to get on here. I see we got one. Give me some of this good old coffee right here. There will be quite a bit of coaches leaving. See how many people we can get in here before I start. Yeah, looks like old Cortez Hankton is gonna leave Georgia to go to LSU to be their wide receivers coach. And of course, Todd Monken could be leaving to go back to the NFL. I see we got one person in here. Boy, what a game that was between Georgia and Alabama. You couldn't have asked for a better game than that. I tell you what, both teams played lights out on both sides of the ball. See if any more people jump on in here. What do people think about Cortez Hankton leaving Georgia to go to LSU? I tell you what, I really wouldn't mind seeing Todd Monken leave, or Cortez Hankton leave. His recruiting ability just ain't there. Todd Monken, I hate to see leave. Because he did wonders for the offense this year. Cortez Hankton, he can go back home to Baton Rouge. He sure couldn't get no receivers to Bay. Can you cover him up?
What do you want me to do? Wyatt.
If y'all could do me a favor and hit that like, share, and subscribe, and that notification, I sure appreciate it. We got 2 people in here, now we got none. So Cortez Hankton supposedly leaving to go back home to Baton Rouge to go coach for Brian Kelly and the LSU Tigers. All I can say is bye-bye, because he could not bring in the receivers for Georgia. And Todd Monken, I hate to see him leave. He did wonders for that offense this year. Eric, I believe Will Muschamp and Glenn Schumann are going to be co-defensive coordinators. And I tell you, I think Dan Lanning is going to be a good coach for the Oregon Ducks. He probably won't do good his first 1 or 2 seasons, but after that, I think he'll turn the Oregon Ducks around. Once he does like Kirby Smart and starts getting his players in there that he wants. Well, right now, it's a rumor he could be leaving to go back to the NFL. It could be Buster Faulkner. Which he coached with Monken at Southern Miss when Monken was the head coach over there. I hope we can hang on to him, though. And I tell you, Jamal Adai might be leaving as well. And if he does, Travaris Robertson could be coming to Georgia to take his spot. If I could choose my quarterbacks for next year, well, I know Beck's going to transfer. Stetson Bennett could leave. He could come back. If he comes back, you figure Kirby Smart's going to start him again for what he did this year. But I would like to see Brock Vandergrift get some playing time. And hopefully take the starting job. Then we got Gunnar Stockton coming in. You know, if Stetson Bennett comes back, he'll be the starter. He'll be first string. And then you'll probably have Brock Vandergrift after him, then Stockton. JT Daniels, he'll transfer. But I'm not saying I'm hearing anything, but there's a possibility that he wants to come back. And then, like I said, Jamal Wadai, the cornerbacks coach for us, might be leaving to go on somewhere else. And if he does, Travaris Robertson, that coaches the DBs for the Miami Hurricanes, is possibly a front runner to take his spot at Georgia. And if so, it'll be because of Will Muschamp. What's going on, Road Builder? Glad to see you on board, man. Figure I'd go ahead and get on here tonight. I tell you though, if Adai winds up leaving, and I know he recruited his tail off and got some good recruits in, signed with us. Travaris Robertson would be a good defensive backs coach to take his spot. He used to coach with Will Muschamp at South Carolina. And of course, we already had some players enter the NFL draft, declared for the NFL draft. Dean's leaving, Trayvon Walker's leaving, George Pickens. George Pickens just declared for the NFL draft today. Yeah, he's leaving. I tell you what, I think he should have stayed. He'll probably be about a second and third round pick. But if he would have decided to stay, he'd probably most likely be a first round draft pick next year. I'm waiting to see what Quay Walker and Nolan Smith decide to do. Y'all do me a favor and keep hitting that like button.
Okay. Okay, when is it needing to
this your first time watching my video and you enjoy it, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. There's one, and I can't remember his name, but there's one that's hitting the transfer portal from Alabama. I'm gonna do another video too on the transfer portal after we see where a lot of these kids end up. I'm gonna do another video on that. We don't need Paul Tyson. Billingsley wouldn't be that bad. Now I think Arik Gilbert's gonna be playing next year. And I'm not sure, but Darnell Washington might decide to transfer. Which I wouldn't understand that because he'll probably get a lot more playing time next year. Of course, he got playing time, but he might actually get more receptions than what he did this year. Well, shoot, I don't even know if we'd get anybody from the transfer portal because I don't know if Kirby even really look at anybody from the transfer portal. They ain't letting animals in. I want to see if a couple of our coaches do leave to go on to other schools, who Kirby Smart will decide to hire to bring in to replace them. Got one person in here. Had 5. It looks like 4 of them left. I don't know if we need a cornerback, Eric. With the ones we just had signed with us. We need some more receivers. Probably gonna need a linebacker, depending on what Quay Walker does. If he winds up leaving. Hey, what's going on, David Sports Report? Welcome to the channel, brother. Man, I'll tell you, and I was talking about this to somebody, Eric. These refs or whoever's over these referees, they all need to get together and go back and figure out a different game plan on some of these calls. And I'm not talking about just the Georgia and Alabama game. I'm talking about any other game. And these replays, they got to do something with these replays because they take way too long. If it takes us watching a game and it takes us 5 minutes to figure out if it was a targeting penalty or not, then these refs ought to be able to see it within 5 minutes on replay. But I'm going to tell you, I've seen a lot of bad calls refs have made this season, and something's got to be done about it. Are you asking me what the worst referee's call was? I mean, there was like one, and I think it happened to Alabama-Georgia game too, but Georgia was playing Michigan in the Orange Bowl. And the defender hit the guy in the chest with his helmet, and they called it targeting. But then I think in the Georgia-Alabama game, it happened as well, and it wasn't called as targeting. It's just bad calls. And I think, and two, they need to lay off of some of these calls because you got these kids going 100 miles an hour to nothing. They can't control what they do in that time frame. They just want to make a tackle. Yeah, you got that right. Stevie Wonder challenge. I like that one. I just think it slows the game down. They sit there and take about 30 minutes before they decide to call the penalty from a replay, and we see it as an audience, and it takes us 5 minutes. Yeah, and you're right. Some of these refs, I think, are blind because I've seen a lot of calls that wasn't, a lot of penalties that wasn't called that should have been called. Man, I don't know, Eric. I mean, I've seen some good Georgia Bowl games. And I actually, do I think Ohio State would reach to the national championship? Yeah. I mean, of course, they didn't this year, but I think they will. Yeah, they did. Oh yeah, the Auburn safety, or was he a safety or a cornerback for Auburn? I think he was a safety. I want to say he was a safety. What's going on, Dwayne? Welcome to the channel, brother. Dang. Ohio State #1 in 2022. Yeah, early ranking. Ohio State #1, huh? Hey, you'd think Georgia would be #1 in the early rankings. Alabama 2. UGA #4. Uh, they should be #1 after winning the national championship. That I could see. Georgia, Alabama, Michigan 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. There goes the bird. If y'all can't hear his loud mouth. And put him outside all night. Who is the hardest UGA defensive player I've ever seen? I mean, what do you mean by hardest player? Like the I appreciate it, Dwayne. It was well deserved. It's about time. Did I tell you if it's the hardest hitter, UGA defensive player was Thomas Davis. But I tell you, that Lewis Scene, that safety for us, was an outstanding player. I know, I think already they've probably lost about 5 or 6. Both running backs declared. Yeah, Georgia's recruiting class is fire. I tell you, Dwayne, what we gonna do for about 8 months now that football's over? Well, college anyway. NFL's still got the playoffs. Who steps up and don't lose a Texas A&M? Alabama? I watch NFL, but I don't get as excited and emotional as I do college. Yeah, I think Alabama will get Texas A&M this year. Sometimes I just watch NFL to see how former Georgia players do. Dang, you think the Cowboys gonna win it all? I don't know. You got Green Bay out there ain't doing too bad right now. Man, I can't really tell you who's a underrated UGA running back. All Georgia's running backs have been good. I'm ready to see what Kendall Milton can do. Y'all Bama gonna keep O'Brien next year? What y'all Bama fans think? Or is he gonna move on back to the NFL? Bill O'Brien. Oh yeah, Greg Blue. Yeah, that's another one, Eric. Greg Blue and Thomas Davis. Man, tell you the truth, Robert, I'm excited. I can't wait to watch that game. I want to see how Dan Lanning does his first season at Oregon. I think Bennett will be back. And he's also said, depending on the coaching situation, if he comes back or not. I don't think they're going to beat Georgia. It might be a pretty good game. I want to see how Dan Lanning does. And I want to see how Oregon does next year. Because I really think Dan Lanning's going to be a good coach for Oregon. Of course, not all right off the gate, you know. Give him a couple years, and I think he's going to be a pretty good coach. I'm waiting to see where this Caleb Williams is going to end up. The quarterback that's transferring from Oklahoma. Yeah, I think Bill O'Brien could head back to the NFL. Now, I'm not sure, Dwayne. Did he interview or supposed to interview for the Jaguars head coaching job? I think he might already have. What's going on, CW? Welcome to the channel, brother. Hey, I tell you, I think really Bill O'Brien did good for Alabama. But if he leaves, who would y'all bring in? Hey, what's going on, TikTok Chess Hall? Welcome to the channel, brother. Hey, man, I watch your videos, dude. Hey, really like your videos, TikTok. Hey, ain't no problem. Yeah, Dwayne, I watch his videos all the time. I can't wait to see my dogs get back to the natty again. I want to see how it's going to be now that Texas and Oklahoma is going to be in the SEC. I don't think they'll be able to survive. Yeah, I think he'll come back, Eric, but I tell you, I feel like you. I'd like to see Gunnar Stockton and Brock Vandagriff get opportunity to play. And I wouldn't mind either one of them being the starting quarterback for next year. That doggone bird, I'm about to put him outside. Boomer! I fed him. Yeah, I'd like to see what if Todd Monken leaves. I'd like to see who Kirby Smart brings in as a new offensive coordinator. Alabama and Georgia might be in the same predicament. Trying to find a new offensive coordinator. Hey, y'all do me a favor. If this is your first time watching my video and you enjoy it, hit that thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. I think Georgia's defense is still going to be good too, even with the players that's leaving. Hey, Chess, was you on Rod's Light stream today? Oh, another 8 months before football again. Shoot, Dwayne, I can believe y'all made it again. Saban knows how to turn it around. And that's something about Alabama. Y'all have a bad season, but Saban pulls it out every time. And I tell you, y'all didn't look all that bad to me. I mean, maybe the first few games, the Texas A&M game and Auburn game, and LSU. I cannot believe y'all lost the LSU and Texas A&M definitely. And I don't see how Auburn took y'all to, what, 2 overtimes? I just don't understand, and that's been one of Georgia's problems too. One game, they'll play the lights out, and then the next game, they'll look totally different. Like, you just played lights out this game, and now you playing crappy this game. Uh, 6 overtimes. What's up, P? Welcome to the channel. I wonder how Clemson's going to do this year, what Dabo Sweeney's going to be able to do. I wonder if Jim Harbaugh is going to leave Michigan to go to the NFL. Possibility. He did coach in the NFL. Dwayne, when you think Nick Saban's gonna finally decide to give up football and coaching and retire? What's going on, Peanut Roll Tide? Welcome to the channel, brother. I'm trying to figure out when Saban's gonna retire. Shoot, probably never. – 2027. Yeah, could. Shoot, they gonna have to run him out of there. He ain't retiring. They gonna have to make him retire. He ain't leaving that place no time soon. He's got it made. They'll probably have to chain him up and put him in a car and drive him out of Tuscaloosa to retire. Shoot, I would think he'd become the athletic director once he retires. Become the athletic director of Alabama. Yeah, and I'm sure too he'll have a big say so in who the next head coach there would be. Hey, you think Dabo will end up coach there? Never know. Shoot, he might be waiting. Commercials. Watching commercials, Peanut. There ain't no more football on. Oh, I got you, Dwayne. What happened to good old Chess Hall? He leave? See, we can't get some more people in here. Oh yeah, I wouldn't see him living nowhere else. He settled down right there. I don't think you really have to have that many peanut roll tide. I tell you, what I eventually want to do, what I'm trying to do is get me a computer where I can go live, and if somebody wants to pop in, they can, where we can all, you know, see each other as we talking. But I'm sure I'm gonna have a computer for that with a camera. That's like I was watching old Raj Light today, and he had about 5 people in his live stream he was talking to. Yeah, he's got his own channel, Dwayne. Hey, I appreciate that, Icy Cream. Welcome to the channel. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. But I can't wait till next season neither. I look forward for college football. Hey, I appreciate everybody that watches my channel and subscribes. I sure appreciate that. And it's like I said, I enjoy meeting different fan bases. I consider y'all as my friends. I enjoy the trash talking this year. Yeah, I think they'll win it all again. Now, I'm not saying they'll win it all again next year, but they'll win it again. But I tell you, Tennessee's looking better. Now I think Josh Heupel, whatever's gonna have Tennessee turned around next year. Yeah, I think he was too, Dwayne. He's a real good coach. And he's an offensive minded coach at that. Yeah, I didn't ever think he'd be a real good head coach. Fire Kirby. What you talking about, Peanut? They ain't gonna fire Kirby Smart. Hey, if they did, he might wind back up at Alabama. If Saban retired, that might be just the coach he prefers them to hire. Yeah, old Peanut, he don't say too much on comments. He just leaves emojis. But I appreciate it, Peanut. I like getting them thumbs up or thumbs down emojis. There you go. Y'all keep hitting that like button. I sure appreciate it. It helps the channel out. Let's trade O'Brien for Smart. We'll keep Smart. He's in the right spot. Kirby Smart's right where he needs to be. He's right at home. Yeah, I see that, Dwayne. There's some emojis. There you go. I tell you, next season can't get here fast enough. Kirby Smart gonna be like Saban. They gonna have to run him out of Athens. He won't. He ain't gonna. He won't. Probably won't retire neither. He'll probably be just like Saban and coach there as long as he can. They'll have to run him out. You got one person in here. Need about 30. Shoot, hopefully next year or so, hopefully I'll have my own little setup where I can do all my videos. It looked like everybody left. Oh, y'all never go nowhere, Dwayne. It's like I said, y'all can start out bad and look like y'all ain't gonna do nothing. And then by the end of the year season, y'all win the national championship. I know there's a lot of people out there saying Alabama wasn't gonna get there this year. The way y'all started off playing. And I tell you the truth, as a Georgia fan, I didn't think we was going. I was nervous. I didn't think we was going to get past Michigan. Now see y'all losing Williamson and Mechie to the NFL. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs. I know we tried to. We was recruiting him out of high school, and he ended up going to Georgia Tech, and then transferred to y'all. He might do better in the SEC than what he did in the ACC this year. Tell you though, Georgia's supposed to have a real good running back signed with us. They some people's already comparing him to Nick Chubb and Todd Gurley. He's out of Mississippi. He's a big boy too. Yeah, Georgia ain't got nobody from the transfer portal yet. I don't know if Kirby Smart will. If he does, I'd like to see who it is. Yeah, from Ohio State. Yeah. He really didn't play that much at Ohio State, did he? Wasn't he hurt at Ohio State? And I think that's one reason why he transferred, because he stayed hurt, didn't get that much playing time. I tell you what I'd like to see. I'd like to see Georgia bring in a different receivers coach. Well, of course, like I said earlier, Cortez Hankton might be leaving to go coach wide receivers for LSU. Of course, that's where he's from, is Louisiana. No wonder who Georgia would bring in as a wide receivers coach. But I tell you too, Georgia's going to wind up like Alabama and start having to replace coaches left and right. Shoot, he does good in that area every year. He could lose his whole coaching staff and bring in new coaches and still do great. Kirby Smart gonna have to start putting up with that too. Hey, that's what happens though when you start winning in big games like that. Yeah, he did bring in Kiffin. And Kiffin did good for y'all, didn't he? Look what he did at Ole Miss his first year. Ole Miss might be somebody to watch out for next year. Especially over there in the West. Man, I don't know who's going to be Georgia's quarterback. If Stetson Bennett come back, it'll be Stetson Bennett. No, it's supposed to be next year, isn't it? Don't Oklahoma and Texas come to the SEC next year? I want to say next year. This coming season. I might be wrong, though. Might be the year after next. No, Bennett ain't going to the NFL, Dwayne. Look what Jake Fromm couldn't came. I'm surprised he's still in the NFL. Playing for the Giants. And hadn't done nothing. He ain't done nothing in the NFL. And Bennett sure ain't making it in the NFL. The only quarterback that played for Georgia that has made it in the NFL and doing awesome in the NFL is Matthew Stafford. Yeah, Fromm's better than Bennett, but he's just not NFL material. Yeah, y'all might play against the mailman again if he comes back. Yeah, he's a baller. I tell you what, though, he's been turnover prone for the Rams here lately. I think he threw 3 interceptions or 2 interceptions the other night against 49ers, and I think he threw like 4 or 5 in the game before that. Hey, I tell you, Dwayne, Mac Jones has impressed me for the Patriots. That kid's a baller, man. I'm going to say Green Bay won. I think Green Bay's going to make it to the Super Bowl. Say Green Bay and the Rams. Yeah, Hurts is doing pretty good. I tell you, Tua's been doing good for the Dolphins. Y'all keep them likes going. I sure appreciate it. Hey, don't sleep on New England, though. They could wind up in the Super Bowl. Hey, I appreciate it, Perp, sir. Appreciate you joining the live stream. Have a good weekend, brother. Yeah, I wouldn't sleep on Mac Jones and the Patriots. They could wind up in the Super Bowl. Hey, welcome to the channel, Robert. I sure appreciate this. Appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate everyone that watches my videos. I look at y'all as my friends. I had people out there tell me they glad I ain't like Uncle Lou. I don't try to be like nobody. I just try to be myself. This is who I am. What you see is what you get. Hey, I appreciate it, Dwayne. Have a good weekend, brother. Go Dogs. I had to throw that out there, brother. Hey, that's right, Robert. Hey, appreciate it, Icy Cream. Have a good weekend, Dwayne. Hey, I'm gonna do another video soon about the transfer portal, even though we've been talking about some of it already. Hey, that's what it's about, man, is meeting new people. All fan base. That's why I do this. I enjoy talking about football, and I do it to meet all different fan bases. I tell you, I've enjoyed seeing all the trash talking this year. That's what it's about, trash talk and meeting new people at the same time. But I said in my video the other day, Alabama and Georgia was the best football game I've seen this year. Yeah, it does. Makes it even better, Robert. Yeah, the transfer portal is about to go crazy. I'm just waiting to see who Georgia brings in from the transfer portal. Oh, yeah, definitely, Robert. And that Georgia Oklahoma game was a dang good game. But Georgia Alabama was a tough one. You could see Alabama and Georgia back there again next year. There's going to be a lot of coaching changes and a lot of players hitting the portal. And I'm just waiting to see who Kirby Smart brings in to replace some coaches after coaches leave. Because there's about to be quite a few of them. Well, of course, Georgia done lost Dan Lanning to Oregon. I will be right back. I'm about to go get me something to drink. Y'all gonna have to look at the wall for a minute. Hey, sorry about that. I had to run outside to the refrigerator. The outside refrigerator. I tell you what, it's starting to get a little nippy out there. I had to run to the outside refrigerator, grab me a drink, and I said I better grab a couple of them because I ain't gonna be running out in that cold. I brought some in, stuck them in the inside refrigerator. Had to go out there and get me a good old green tea there. Y'all see that? Oh, white peach green tea. I'm gonna tell you, if y'all hadn't tried green tea, or if you drink green tea, go get you one of them white peach green teas or watermelon green tea. Man, I tell you, I drink these things like water. White peach and watermelon green tea. Best green tea. I never used to drink green tea. Couldn't stand them. And I tried a white peach green tea. Man, I drink them things like water now. I don't know, Icy Cream. That watermelon green tea ain't too bad. I never used to drink green tea, and I drank one of them white peach green teas. Man, I'm telling you. I used to drink Milo's sweet tea. But now, it's either watermelon green tea or white peach green tea. And if you ain't had green tea, I suggest you try it. White peach. Can't beat it. I do recommend trying it if you hadn't. And if you don't like green tea, you won't stop drinking it. You will start drinking green tea once you've tried it. Shoot, I might make a video about that. That might be my next video. Green tea, try it. That is white peach, Russell. Welcome to the channel, by the way, brother. Lipton white peach green tea. Actually, Russell, I don't know if that is made from Georgia peaches, but I believe so, brother. Hey, you got that right. You ain't lying about that, Icy Cream. I tell you, man. How many? Hold on, I'll tell you there, Russell. Let me get in the light. I gotta get in the light. Whew! 90 calories per serving. Yep. Per serving, 90 calories. But I can't help it. Them things are good. I love that green tea. White peach and watermelon. And if you drink green tea and hadn't drank a white peach or watermelon green tea, I suggest you try it. Very good. Hey, Russell, you think O'Brien's going to leave Alabama to go back to the NFL? What's your thoughts on that? I think Todd Monken's going to wind up leaving Georgia to go back to the NFL. Who you think y'all bring in if he does leave? Yeah, Todd Monken's a NFL guy as well. I didn't think he did too bad for Georgia this year. If he leaves, I don't know who we'd bring in. Maybe Tom or Joe Brady. That was once at LSU and then went to Carolina Panthers. I know Georgia's about to have to replace some coaches. I believe our cornerbacks coach, Adai, is leaving. Cortez Hankton, I think he's going to LSU to coach their wide receivers. And then Todd Monken could wind up leaving. Yeah, that's why I kind of hate to see Todd Monken leave. I think if he stayed, we'd be even better next year. On the offensive side of the ball, anyway. I want him to stay, but something tells me he ain't going to. Something tells me he's going to go to the NFL. Decide to go back to the NFL. Y'all keep hitting that like button. I sure appreciate it. Especially if you're new to this channel, my channel, and you enjoy watching my videos, hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. I sure appreciate it. There you go. Get that thing on up there. The old like button. Let's get that thing on up there. We got 10. Yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe and share too. And notification. I sure appreciate it. Oh. What's wrong with O'Brien, Russell? Is it the way he coaches the offense, or just don't like him personally? Shoot, Alabama win the West. I think Texas A&M will be better than what they was this year. And their quarterback transferred. Oh, what was his name? Calzada or something? Yeah, that's part of Monken's problem too. You don't score fast. They ain't got that fast scoring offense. What's going on, Raj? Ha ha! What's going on, brother? I just watched your video today, man. How about them dogs? Yeah, I can't believe he transferred. Old Texas A&M quarterback beat Alabama, and then you decide to hit bricks. Yeah, brother, I watched your channel earlier. Now, I think that's something I want to do too, man, is hopefully eventually get it set up where I can have me and somebody else on there. Have about 4 people in here. Yeah, Raj, I seen where you said you go into that parade tomorrow. That ceremony. That place is gonna be crazy. The guy I work with got tickets to that thing. Athens are gonna be jumping tomorrow. Probably ain't even gonna be able to walk through that place. All them people down there. God, basketball. I don't watch no basketball. I'd rather watch cartoons than basketball. Oh, I don't watch no dang basketball. It's gonna be cold in the morning too. Shoot. Yeah, old George Pickens entered the NFL draft. Shoot, Georgia's basketball team looks like crap. They need a new coach. They should have, when he got back from Mississippi State the other night, they should have told him to pack his bags and head down the road. That man ain't done nothing since he got to Georgia. 5-11 or 5-10. Yeah, I seen that. I figured he would have. I figured he would have came back next year. What was he, a senior or junior? I think he was a junior, wasn't he? I seen where he entered the draft too. I figured he'd have came back next year. Yeah, George Pickens entered the draft. It's coming out for the draft. Well, I figured he would have stayed. He'll probably be about a second or third round pick. Well, he should have stayed. Came back next year. Yeah, we do too. We need a safety. Maybe Kurt. Maybe we'll go after a safety in the portal. Maybe there'll be a receivers coach in the portal we can go get. uh, one of our safeties is Russell Lewis Seen. We might need to look through the portal for safety to replace him.
Okay.
Yep, don't know what we're gonna do for the next 8 months. Gonna be a long 8 months. Hey Rod, you still there, brother? Hey brother, go over and tell Vix to check my channel out. I need to go over there and subscribe to his channel.
Over there by where Karen lives, right? Okay. Okay. All right, bye. Maybe I'll be back.
I got subscribed to Big Dog Brett. Where you gotta go? Hey, that's me, Russell. I don't know about the gardening part. I got a lot of doggone bushes I need to hedge. Where are you going?
I've got to go pick up Mom's prescriptions, and drop them off at her house because they won't be there in time to pick them up before they close.
I'll be here.
Who you talking to?
You.
Where else would you be?
Mm-hmm. You want to take Choco with you?
No. I'm going to take Roxy. He's full of fleas.
Lord have mercy. Yep, that's me, brother. I'll probably be doing the same thing. Hey, good luck tomorrow, Raj. You gonna have a blast.
I'll be back.
Yeah, she took her dog and left y'all. Lord have mercy. Take Chloe with you.
No, I can't drive with both of them trying to get my life.
Wife got to go somewhere, and she'll take her dog and leave the other ones. She spoils her. She shows favoritism to her dog than the other ones. I guess we'll probably find out next week what coaches from Georgia are going to be leaving. As soon as after they do the natty ceremony tomorrow. I appreciate it, Raj. Hey, man, you going to have a blast down there tomorrow. And stay safe. That place is going to be crowded and rocking. And I'm sure it's going to be cold, too. Keep them lights going. Sure appreciate it. Well, I tell you what, they got all kinds of stuff going around now, don't they? Coronavirus, Omicron virus. What they gonna come out with next? You done had the bird flu. Or swine flu, whatever. Ain't telling, no telling what they'll come out with next. The foot virus or something. Chin and neck Rona. Yeah, I bet he does, Russell. That was a good one, Raj. You can get the Tide virus. uh, yeah, we finally all got over that Tide virus, didn't we, Raj? Ain't it feel like it's about 30 something degrees here where I'm at. Ah. Hey Russell, how many coaches you think y'all losing after? All right, have a good weekend, Raj. Be safe tomorrow, brother. Maybe one day, maybe in about a year, we can do a live stream together. Nah, I'm over in Florida, Russell, in Jacksonville. I grew up in Georgia, in a small town. Yeah, it's cold for here. Montgomery, Alabama. I got you, Raj. I can do it from my phone, right? I tell you what I'm surprised of, though, and it hadn't gotten that cold here yet. But there's been some, it's gotten so cold, there's been ice on the windshield in the mornings. And luckily, of this year, we ain't had it like that. Yeah, yeah, I hear you, Rod. Kenny McIntosh, Russell. But we got this stud coming out of Mississippi, Brian Robertson. I think he's going to be a good running back for us. He signed with us this year. Got another running back. He's committed to us. He's out of Tennessee. But I don't know if he's going to stay committed. I think he's going to wind up decommitting and committing somewhere else. He might decide to stay home and play for Tennessee. Jordan James. And that's the thing. Georgia's running game just it's not consistent. I mean, there'd be some games you would look at them and be like, dang, where'd this come from? And then other games it just wouldn't be there. And I know part of that is because of the offensive line. Man, I think it's a toss-up between Florida and Kentucky. Kentucky, man, they got something going over there. That one's a toss-up for me, Russell. It could be Kentucky. You think Auburn or Ole Miss is going to be y'all's biggest? I'd say Ole Miss because Lane Kiffin has got something going over there. Yeah, that's what I just said, Eddie. Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin's doing a job with them boys. Man, he's got that doggone passing offensive team. Oh yeah, you talking about Caleb Williams? I heard it was down to Georgia and USC, Russell. But then I heard he went out and visited UCLA. Everybody's leaving me. Yeah, he does get careless sometimes. What you think's going on, Eddie? You think Saban might be retiring and players know it? Yeah, I just did mention that. I don't know though. You think he would retire now? Maybe that. And I did say too, and a matter of fact, I told somebody the other day at work that if Kirby Smart finally beat him, he might wind up walking away. Boy, if Nick Saban retired, that'd be something else. Yeah, that is true, Russell. You got an awesome quarterback. Why would you want to leave now? What about that freshman tight end that played Monday night? Is he transferring? Because he's supposed to be a real good receiver. What number was he? 84? I can't think of his name. But he ain't transferring, is he? No, not Latu. He's a receiver. Not a tight end. He ain't a tight end, I don't think. I thought he was a receiver. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Billingsley. That's him, 85. Agwise, however you say his last. Yeah, him. Hall. Is he transferring? Hey, welcome to the channel, C19. What's going on, brother? Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. I sure appreciate it. He ain't transferring, is he, Eddie? Hall? I figured he would stay. He ain't nothing. He ain't but a freshman, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to be good, Russell. Isn't he a freshman? Because I think Georgia was trying to recruit him too. Yeah, he's going to be a good one for y'all. Yeah, I couldn't see him transferring. And he's only a freshman too. But y'all gonna have some more good receivers coming in this year. That's something Georgia needs to do, is start loading up on talented wide receivers. Yeah, they wide receiver you, and Georgia's RBU. We get the running backs. We just can't get the receivers. I know we loaded up on the decent defensive side of the ball this recruiting class. Yeah, y'all losing Mechie and Jameson. Our secondary next year is going to be young. We'll probably have freshmen and sophomores out there. We ain't lost but one wide receiver so far, but they saying another one could wind up transferring. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that kid, man, he's about like Brock Bowers. I tell you what, Brock Bowers, man, that kid's a stud. I'm surprised he didn't have over 1,000 yards receiving for the season. And y'all contained him almost all night except the fourth quarter. Man, I think he just got one. From what I read. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm hoping Georgia don't lose a step next year. And no, Alabama's not going to. Oh, I think teams are going to have trouble with him as long as he's there. His teams are going to have trouble with him. I look for him to come out his junior year. Of course, he won't. He'll be a sophomore next year. That's a good question, Russell. I'd say first to second round. I mean, I think he's got the talent to be a first round pick. I'm wondering if he'd come out of sophomore year. If I ain't mistaken, somebody went into the draft last year that was a sophomore. Not from Georgia, though. From some other school, but I think there was a sophomore. Who gets to the Natty next year? Yeah, I could see that. Ohio State. Shoot, I could probably actually see Michigan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they can or not, Russell. I mean, I think Dabo's about lost it down there, or up there, I should say, up from where I am. I don't know if they could get back to form or not. I think it's going to take him a while. How long you think it's going to take him, Russell? Couple of years? I think John Harbaugh is going to leave Michigan to go coach in the NFL. And if that happens, mm, could be. I think it'll take Oregon a couple years or a little longer. And of course, Dan Lanning just got there, so I think Dan Lanning will actually get Oregon to a bowl game next year. Yeah, can you believe that? Old Bo Nix transferred to Oregon. I would have never thought that. I sure didn't see that coming. Go from Auburn to Oregon. That's a good question, Russell. I guess Harson's quarterback decision making is about like Kirby Smart's. I think Kirby Smart just got lucky. Shoot, I wonder if Bo Nix would start for Oregon next year. Yeah, no, Dylan Gabriel left UCF to go out to Oklahoma. What's up, Dog Man Forever? Welcome to the channel, brother. I don't think he will. I don't think you'll see Bobo back at Georgia. I actually think if Todd Monken leaves Georgia, Kirby Smart will go out and find a offensive coordinator from somewhere else. I don't see him bringing back Bobo. Yeah, and I'm like you. I don't want to see Bobo as offensive coordinator at Georgia. I don't know, Russell. Man, to tell you, I think it's going to be hard to pull him from Georgia. I think he's going to be like Saban. He's not going nowhere. I don't see him leaving Georgia. Oh yeah, I do too. C-19. He went to school there. He's from there. He's he's set. And a matter of fact, when he was hired at Georgia, I believe he was going to take the South Carolina job when that was available. And boy, I'm glad he didn't. And I believe that was the only reason he would have left Alabama is to coach Georgia when that job became available. That one's hard to say. Because I don't think Bobo was still there. Yeah, he was. Yes, I do. I think he was there. But I don't know if he would have been the head. I don't know if they would have named him head coach. Because he was Mark Richt's offensive coordinator when Mark Richt was there. Well, Russell, I really don't know, man. I don't really keep up with the women's gymnastics. I know they just lost to Michigan here not too long ago in gymnastics. What's up, Justin? Welcome to the channel, brother. You think Bobo should be selected as the offensive coordinator? I don't want Bobo to come back. Not his offensive scheme. Yeah, I'm with you, Russell. 32 team playoff. You couldn't have a 32 team playoff. You'd wear them kids out. You'd have to play way more games than what they do now. Yeah, you got that right, C19. Everybody would be laid out. And the schedule would be longer. Yeah, me too, Russell. That faking injury is ridiculous. Nah, I don't see that happening. Lincoln Riley ain't coming to the SEC. If he was coming to the SEC, he would have stayed at Oklahoma. That's one reason he left Oklahoma, because he didn't want to be in the SEC and have to play SEC teams. I'm with you, C19. In what universe? That's why he left Oklahoma. He don't want no part of the SEC. But I could see that happening. Bob Stoops to Bama, I could definitely see that happening. And he'd probably take that job in a heartbeat, too. I don't see Dabo Sweeney going to Alabama. He's happy right where he's at, and he's got it made. I see Bob Stoops. Bob Stoops would take that job in a heartbeat. That'd probably be the first person they call as soon as Nick Saban retires. If they hadn't already been talking to him now. And Dabo ain't leaving Clemson. Shoot, they probably already been talking to Bob Stoops. Shoot, Bob Stoops knows how to win games, Justin. Look what he did at Oklahoma. Whew. Bob Stoops is a real good coach. I got one better for you. They'll call up Dan Mullen. He'll bring his offensive game plan over there. But he don't like recruiting now. But he'll bring his offensive firepower over there. Yeah, but the only problem, Justin, is he don't like recruiting. That's why Florida was in the shape they was in. But that was just for laughs. Alabama ain't gonna bring him over there. That was just for giggles. It's going to 8, isn't it? Isn't it supposed to be 18 playoff? I'm thinking it's supposed to go to 8. Unless they still hadn't decided on it yet. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be an 18 playoff. But I don't know if they've decided on that yet or not. Have you heard anything on that, Russell? If they decided if they're going to do an 18 playoff? I know they was talking about it at one time. Yeah, I could too, C19. Shoot, I would like to see it on a Friday. At least we ain't got to get up and go into work the next morning after staying up all night. I'd rather see them do the national championship on a Friday instead of a weekday. Or instead of a day where everybody's got to get up the next morning and go back to work. Yeah, it would, because then you get to sleep all day the next day, or at least sleep in the next day. That's right. Well, shoot, I'll tell you one thing. I bet them Georgia fans been celebrating all week and still celebrating. Yeah, see, y'all hear the loud bird? Boomer! Yeah, I think they need to change the national championship to Friday. Yeah, you seen that C19? That man couldn't hardly talk during his interview. Shoot, I don't either. First time in 40 years. And a walk-on quarterback won it at that. You couldn't win it with no 4-star, 5-star. It took a walk-on to win it for you. Yeah, that was my bird. There he goes. Boomer! I'm about to put him outside.
You're gonna go out with them.
I'm not going out with him. He's going out by himself. Yeah, 2 teams in Georgia won the national championship. Well, it's hard to catch the ball too, Justin, when you got pressure on you half the time and can't get the ball out like you want to.
Come on, Chloe.
But it's like they say, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Chloe. Oh.
I don't know if that was his worst game. Auburn put it on him pretty good. That was a terrible game for Bryce Young against Auburn. He had a better game against Georgia in the national championship than what he did against Auburn. Yeah, back to the drawing board for everybody through the off season. Yeah, it was in the SEC championship. That's what I said, Russell. I mean, it wasn't the receiver's fault. It's just when you got pressure on you half the time and the defense is in your face, you can't, you're going to make bad throws. What hurt Bama the second half is that offsides, pass interference. Georgia's defense just stepped it up the second half. Well, I'm sure there was penalties on both sides that wasn't called, that both teams got away with. I mean, shoot, I don't think Alabama had one holding call on the offensive line. And Georgia was getting called for offensive holding. Yeah, they was bad all season. Well, that's just like on a punt return. Y'all didn't get called for bumping our man on a punt return, but we got called for bumping one of y'all's men, y'all's punt returner. But I agree with you, Justin. There was some there was some calls in that game that wasn't called that should have been called. Oh no, Russell. I buy a case of them things. But I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't drink green tea, try white peach green tea or watermelon green tea, and you'll start drinking green tea. Hey, C19, if I could, I would, brother. Shoot, that grilling sounds good. Hey Russell, this is no lie. That bird barks like a dog. When he hears the dogs barking, he starts barking. And he thinks he's a dog. You let him out the cage, he don't know he can fly. He thinks he's a dog. He gets around and he walks around the house like a dog. And he don't realize he can fly, so he walks around. Yeah, she done told me, Russell. I told her a while ago I was gonna put that thing outside, and she told me I was gonna go outside right along with him. Who they playing tomorrow, Justin? I seen it and I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Cincinnati, was it? Oh, they should be able to beat the Bills. Shoot, Mac Jones has impressed me for a rookie. Dang, New England could wind up in the Super Bowl. Yeah, he's a real good quarterback. Let's see if we can get more than 2 people in here in this live stream. Let's see what time. All right, guys, it's 9:11. Let's see if we can get 10 people in here before 10 o'clock. If not, then I'll probably call it a night and get off this thing and go to bed. Let's jump them likes on up. See if we can get 10 people in this chat. We got 2 so far. 3. Got 3. Can we get 10? No. What's up, Georgia Rebel? Welcome to the channel. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. I sure appreciate it. Oh, drop the 1. Need at least 10 people in here. Might have to bring my snake out. That's right. Sure. Oh, drop down to 1. Yeah, I thought Freddie signed with another team. Got 1 person in here. Might be early bedtime for me. Yeah, you're probably right, C19. I need to start mentioning that. Letting people know when I'm going to go live. I wasn't going to go live tonight, but out of the blue decided I was going to go live. But I need to start doing that, letting people know certain day and certain time I'm going to go live. That way they can go on and catch me. Yeah, hey, I appreciate everybody that is subscribed to my channel and enjoys watching my channel. And that's the thing, I'm trying to get it to grow. There's still things, I'm still learning about this. I haven't been doing it but about a year. So, there's still some things I'm learning as I go. That I still need to learn how I can get people to pop up and, you know, on the screen itself. Where you can actually see each other and shoot, man, I'll probably be doing yard work. I don't really watch basketball or baseball, none of that. I'll probably be doing a little bit of yard work here and there, and probably find some other stuff to get into, piddle around the house. Yeah, I know, Georgia Rebel. I appreciate that. It's going to take time. You got that right, C19. It's rough, buddy. But that ain't going to stop me from doing video. I'm still going to do videos. So, y'all ain't got to worry about that. Just because there ain't no football don't mean there ain't no football to talk about. Still talk about the upcoming season, recruiting, transfer portal, coaching changes. And ain't always got to talk about football. Talk about baseball, other sports. And that's something too. I want to try to make my channel not just about football. I mean, yeah, it's a football channel, but you can talk about other things too. It ain't all got to be about football. Oh, we got 3 people in here. Can we get 10? Might have to go grab me another green tea. And I'll tell you, I'm really waiting on next week to find out what coaches are leaving and what coaches are staying. Yeah, I've had people ask me to do live videos, go live during games, but man, I go to do it and then I decide not to just because I do get carried away, and that's just part of me during football season. I get a bit too obnoxious, and then not only that, it's kind of hard watching the game and then keeping up with trying to answer everybody's questions and all. Yeah, I watch Uncle Lou. The mutts have came in. Yeah, I watch Big Dog Brett too, C19. And of course, they've been doing this longer than I have. Then, of course, you got Raj Light. Watch him. Yeah, watch him too. Matter of fact, he was just on here earlier. Watch Kangaroo Black, KB, Trenches. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, hopefully one day I'll get there, C19. And that's what I'm trying to work towards, is trying to get somebody in here with me so we can go live, do a live stream together. And like answer people's questions, talk about football. Like I said a while ago, it's going to take time. Like if somebody wanted to pop up right now, on screen, I got to figure out how they can do that. That's like earlier, I was watching Raj Light, and he had like 5 people on his screen. But I know eventually I'm going to have to get a computer to where I can do all that. It'd be cool to put some of the some faces with some of the names, you know what I mean? Take care, C19. Have a good weekend, brother. Yeah, wait on next week. See what happens. See what coaches leave. See what coaches stay. Yep. Think it's getting to be about that time. Do me a favor, hit that like button. College football has came and gone. What to do now? Looks like we got two people in here. About to go get me something to drink. Another green tea. I shall return. Oh. Oh man, where'd everybody go? Looks like everybody's going to bed. Everybody going night-night. Oh, still got one person in here. Well, I guess I'm gonna call it a night. Go see if I can't find something on TV. Can't watch football. Tomorrow can watch NFL. Other than that, no more college football. I'll give it a few more minutes, see if anybody else pops in here. If not, I'm gonna call it a night. Almost 10 o'clock. Well, everybody have a good night. Have a good weekend. Like I say in my videos, win, lose, or tie, I'm a dog fan till the day I die. Go Dogs.